Hi everyone, welcome to the next part of our Rooms of Wonder double page. Well done to anyone that's keeping up. It's quite a challenging page, isn't it? We're going to just start over here today and do our tennis racket. I'm just going to move the piece of paper that's behind the page across. It's not right across. There we go. So what colour is a tennis racket? I think let's have a nice sort of shiny blue metallic look. Number 3. I don't know why. That's what I would like if I had it. It's probably, I used to have a silver tennis racket, but it wasn't, it was made of like aluminium, I think, not like the ones today, which I assume are made of fiberglass. I don't know. Changed a lot since I played tennis at school. And I used to play at the weekends, only with family, not a club or anything. I wasn't any good. It's just a bit of fun. We used to get up early on a summer, well, even in the winter, on a Sunday morning and go and play. Excuse me, I've gained a frog in my throat. This is number 33. I think it's gone now. I just had a drink. I shouldn't have done that. I think I'm going to do the whole of the handle actually like that. It wouldn't be shiny because they're usually sort of a rubbery type thing. We'll just put in some shadows there because that sort of stuff tends to be wound on, doesn't it? Okay, we've got these hooks. What colour did we do them on the other page? Oh no, on the umbrellas. We did them the same wooden colour as all the cupboards, so we'll do that for these. So oops, number 73, holding it miles away. I don't have to. I've noticed that on the facing page, which you can't see, there is a couple of things hanging up off the top shelf, a pair of ballet shoes and a picture, and I'm going to colour those pins in this colour. I hadn't coloured them in. I think that's it for that one. Okay, our snorkel, let's make that a nice bright colour too. Let's make it number 5. Let's do this sort of tubey bit, the breathing tube. I suspect I'm a bit lightly to start with. I suspect there's a proper name for it. I've never been snorkeling. It'd scare me. I would just think I would forget how to breathe. I can't swim underwater anyway, so I just think it wouldn't really work for me, but I'm sure it's amazing. Okay, now the elastic piece, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, the elastic piece, I was thinking blue, but we've got our racket. Let's do a grey. I'm thinking it wouldn't, so I'm going to use this light grey number 80 for the actual bit here, because it's got shine marks on it as if it's coloured. I don't think it would be dark like dark glasses, but if we just do it like that for the goggles. And my son used to have a lovely pair of pink goggles, but I think I'm going to do these in a lighter green. Maybe let's match that tube. So number 50. Yeah, we went swimming. He went for a swimming lesson and he had to swim under the water and he didn't want to, and the swimming teacher gave him some goggles from Lost Property and said he could keep them. Number 52. So he did, and he didn't, I mean, he wasn't that fond of the colour, but he didn't mind it, and they just felt comfortable and worked, because some goggles that we tried, they didn't quite fit very well and they're quite painful. They were either too tight or too loose, either let the water in or whatever. Right, we're grabbing some of the dark grey number 8 for these binoculars. I'm wondering whether I should really be in a little bit closer. Maybe that will do. And I'm going to do this sort of elasticy bit like that. I always think they're black. We have some black. So I'm going to do some of this bit in sort of dark grey, hoping it might look maybe a little bit metallic, although I wouldn't. Is that the eyepiece? you wouldn't want that metallic, you'd want that rubber. Anyway, and then we grab the black to do the rest and just hope it's sort of okay. I'm not super confident in how they look. I'm sure it'll work. Let's try and make that quite dark on the edge, and then it will help to make them look more spherical. There we go. Now we have these trophies next I'm thinking of doing, and I'm thinking maybe one silver, one gold, just so they're different. Now this one looks a bit more complicated because we've got all these ribbons and things going on. So I'm thinking, and the sort of pattern and stuff, we'll do that silver, and then we'll do the one behind in a gold, I think. So I'm going to start with the darker grey, number 8, and do the areas I think that would be darker, like here and here. What's that? Oh, it's the curl of the handle. So I'm going to do that dark and then fade it. Doorbell, hold on. Right, let's get back to this. Oops, I can't pick up my pencil. There we go. So I'm doing these dark areas, that's right. Yes, that was the postman with some chocolate that I'd ordered. Yum. There we go. Now this little bit, just a bit on each edge, and then this bit. And I think this bit. Now I think that might be a little plaque, and that might be the stand. I think might be a different colour, maybe black. So let's grab our lighter grey, number 80, to do the rest. So let's take this colour up here and all around here towards the middle. So leave a light shine bit in the centre. That bit isn't quite in the centre, but hey, oops. There we go. So there, and I'm going to just do a bit there like that. Let's do the black base part, stand or plinth. So number 9, I can do this quite dark, just then helps our greys to show up better. And I'm also going to do this one the same with the black, a little bit lighter on that top bit and a bit darker down here. There we go. I'm only doing that because I happen to have the black in my hand. I am going to go back and do the ribbons on here. I'm thinking actually maybe all the ribbon might be the same colour. So I'm going to do it 29 because I'm thinking if it's like a winning football team or something, sports team, it would be their team colour. I suppose they might have more than one colour in their outfit. It just reminds me of the house cut we used to have at school. God, that sounds like I went to Hogwarts. I didn't. I'm just going to use the 73 to tidy up my background here. We used to have house competition, I think it was termly, and they would put the ribbon on of the house colour. In primary school I was in, where's the house? Holst, and I'm trying to remember what colour, green maybe? And then we're going to do this this one in gold, so I'm going to start with 76 for the darker areas, and then in secondary school I was in Avon, and then they changed the house names, and I think it was Beaufort. So we had, that was blue, but yeah, we changed. We used to have, because we're in the Cotswolds, the houses in my primary school, the houses were named after local famous people. Number 49. I'm going to just extend all these dark areas a bit. So we had Holst, who's a classical musician, composer, I suppose. And we had Doughty, who was a very famous engineer. Jenner, who was the doctor who I think invented penicillin, or discovered, I suppose, because it existed already, didn't it? And what's the other one? Doughty, Jenner. I'm going to get a yellow. Doughty, Jenner, and oh gosh, number 1. I'm trying to remember. I'm going to go over all of it in this and just extend into those white areas, so we leave a little white still. Oh, I want to remember. So Jenner was red, Doughty was blue, yellow. Wilson, that's right. Wilson, who accompanied Scott to his is it Antarctic? I want to say Antarctic. I forgot to continue with this. So I'm just going to grab my 49 to put a little bit in there. And yeah, and then when I went to secondary school, we had Cotswold, Avon, Breedon and Severn, which I think are hills. But our girls' school merged with a boys' school. So we've got to do our labels. I'm using the 43 for the tape. So I don't know what their houses were, but we had to make something that was fitting for all of us. So what they did was they merged the blue houses together, number 42, the red houses, the green houses, etc. And they called them red, blue, yellow and green to start with, until they came up with some names, and they decided to name the houses after dukes. So we had York, Gloucester, Beaufort and and I was in Beaufort, I think. Right, let's move on to our fish tank. Let's do the greenery first because it's so fine and difficult. Now we've got a little bit of a background showing through from our cubby, so that might be all I do, but I haven't decided yet. Number 57. I'm going to do these little, have fun doing these little delicate leaves. What was the other? Richmond, that was right. It's very, I think my boys had interesting houses in their primary school. I don't remember the names of them at all, or if they even had names. But I'm going to use, this sea green colour, the number 38 for the other one. It will look quite different then. I think in their secondary school they had Lee, Carpenter, Jenner. I don't know what they were in. They were in different houses, which I thought was a bit odd, because I thought the whole point of houses was from private school. We're going to use 77 for the bottom. And the whole point of calling it a house was that in a private school, siblings were in the same house. Oh, my doorbell's gone. Hang on. Right, a parcel for my neighbour that time. Okay. So we're doing soil or gravel. Often in a fish tank you would have sort of gravel, so it would be dots and different colours, but I've been a bit lazy and just done it like that. I think it's fine. Now around the very edge of the bowl, I'm thinking I'm going to use a bit of this grey. This is number 80, and just make it dark here, leave a bit of a gap there, and then bring it down here just to give a more, slightly more glassy look. It isn't, you know, it's a nod to glass, and we can even use our white pen, sort of draw some shine on, but do it on top of a dark bit like there, or else you won't see it if you just put it there. You know, there we go. Right, next, what do we have here? We have a bird box, ink, water bottle maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let's do the bird box first. It's going to be wood. We could do it in a coloured, yeah. Let's do it with this colour, like a sort of nice blue wood. I think it painted. I'm going to just fade it up to the top a little bit. And again on this one. Like that. And then just do a gentle. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, houses, it used to be about keeping families together. So if you had a younger brother at your school, you would be in the same boarding house as them, and then you would sort of have some family nearby. That's what I think. Having never been in a boarding school, I wouldn't know. But in my boys' school, they were in different houses, even though they're twins. And I think the idea was that they wanted to split them up so they didn't have the same tutor group, they didn't have the same classes, because they like to split twins up. I was really worried, but they were absolutely fine. I'm gonna get a darker blue, I think, just for that centre. I don't want to go black or anything. I'm gonna go 63. I mean, not that it would be painted blue inside, I suppose, but I think it just gives that idea of depth without being black. I think that I've coloured that as if it's a hole. It's not, is it? That's the perch. Never mind. It's too late now. Oopsie. I'm going to do that back item. Now, for me, I think that looks like a umbrella holder. You know, you stick your umbrellas in it, but I don't know why someone would have that on a tray, number 50. So I don't really know what it is, but we'll just colour it up with some nice colours. Doesn't matter, does it? But yes, I remember being quite worried. But in primary school they were split up and they were fine. But I just felt that they might need each other in secondary school, but they were okay. Right, what background should we do for that? Yes, let's do an orange. We haven't used orange much yet, and I think it'll work. This is number 24. I'm going to try and make it a little bit darker near the edge if I can. It's quite tricky colouring around all these leaves, but I'll see how it goes, because I think it's cylindrical and therefore would be a bit shinier in the middle, but then we would have shadow from all these things in front. So I'm going to leave the brim bit, do it in a different colour. Just going to grab a darker orange actually. Number 2, do that. I am going to fade this one though. Like that. Put a little bit in there. There. It's sort of a bit camouflage against that back. And if you want to, you could put in a bit more shadow. So we've got our 73, and like we haven't put any shadow in front of our fishbowl. Do that a bit. And you could put a bit down the side here as well if you wanted, just to make that stand out. But you don't have to. Oh, can't get my pencil back. There we go. Now we've got this stripy bottle. I'm going to go for sort of, we've done that colour combination before. Try something a little bit different. We'll do this light one, 62. For some of them. Like that. So we've got a slightly lighter bit down the middle, and I think we'll just continue with our sort of stripy thing and do the lid. And then we'll do maybe this, yeah, this sort of pinky red, number 23 for the other colour. So I'm trying to go a little bit darker on the edges, just to give it a slight shine. Now this one, I did think ink pot with that big sort of drip. I'm sure it's probably a water bottle. So we'll grab 35 to draw that in. Because this is blue, we'll do the bottle a different colour. But we'll just go around the edge quite dark and then come lighter towards the middle. Just because it's fun. No other reason. Now what colour should we do that bottle? What haven't we really used on this bit? We've used blue, pink, purple, red. We've used a lot. We could do yellow actually, because I think yellow is quite tricky to get it to stand out, but I think because we've got all this colour behind it will. So let's use number 1. I try and fade it a little bit towards the middle. I've just noticed a bit of orange that I've missed off, but it won't show up too much because of it being yellow. It doesn't look like a colour I would expect a water bottle to be. Just gonna, oh, what colour did I use for that? Dark orange. I think it was that one. I think it was 24. That'll do anyway. But it's just a bit different, isn't it? Now we've got a robot. Now Mr. Robot might be quite brightly coloured, even though he's metallic, I think, because he's a toy. So like we did with our spinning top right at the beginning, we'll use some bright colour. So I'm going to start with some reds. Actually, we've done another robot earlier in silver, so we'll make him look, this guy look different. So I'm going to just sharpen this actually. It's quite a fine detail here. There we go. So I'm not going to do all of him red, but I'm going to do some red bits like eyes, which might be a bit odd, but I'm thinking maybe they'd be red lights. So I'm leaving it white gaps for shine to make him look metallic. Maybe we'll do red arms. Leave a bit of a shine in the middle. Like that. I'm going to block those in red. And then the legs. Same way as the arms, leaving a little bit of shine in the middle if you can. A little bit tricky. And then I'm going to grab a different colour. I think maybe a blue. Red and blue is always quite good for kiddies' toys, I think. Number 3 for the rest. I'm sort of fading it again a little bit just to try and get that shine effect. I need to go a bit darker, I think, on this edge just to emphasise that a bit more. And maybe there. Shall I leave that dial white? No, let's do it silver. So let's grab the number 80. Just put a bit in. Leave a few bits to look like shine. Oh, we've got a lovely teddy bear. He's going to be this colour, I think, number 16. Oh, now the phone's ringing. Hold on. Right, that was the phone. My goodness, this is going to be lots of little bits of video to glue together in my editing. Number 16 for his fur. And I'm using a sort of round and round and hoping to leave a little bit of white paper so he looks more furry. Oh, he's a lovely teddy, isn't he? Imagine leaving him. Oh, I think I'd have to give him a hug every so often if I worked in this office, wouldn't you? Just to make sure he wasn't too sad being left on his own. Although I don't do that with my kids' teddies. So actually, we haven't got many now. But they were all thrown in the bottom of the wardrobe. Okay, I think I'll do the inside of his ear and bottom of feet in quite a dark brown. I quite fancy using number 76 for a big contrast. Not doing it too hard though. And ribbon. It's got to be. I've got another teddy over there. He's got quite a similar coloured ribbon, but never mind. Number 61. So with ribbons, I'm going to do this bit first in here. Lots of layers. That bit's our darkest bit. Then here is quite dark, light. A little bit here, and leave a white bit there for shine. If you want it to look like it's sort of silky, satiny, like that. And same here, leave a bit in the middle. I tend to leave a bit here as well, like that. There he is. Okay, oh, I put that back in completely the wrong place. Bear with me. Oh, there we go. Now, I've got no idea how long I have been going on for. I'm going to do this guitar. It's really quite complex with all that painting and flowers on, but I'm going to do that, and I may then leave the video. I just don't know how long I've been doing it for, but I'm going to do some purple flowers. So number 6. Can't see it. There we go. I'm going to do the whole bit, even the centre, in this colour. And all the way around, and then we'll do the leaves. I think we'll do them quite dark as well. Number 5. Oh, I missed one. We'll go back to that in a minute, that's fine. I can remember what colour I did, luckily. We just get all the leaves done first. All the way around. Yeah, had to check with that one. And we'll grab this one again, it was the 6, wasn't it? And just do this one. Now the guitar itself, they're usually wooden, aren't they? What sort of colour? I think I'm going to do it quite dark. I'm going to do the 76. I just want it to look a bit different to the shelving. You know, if I did it one of the more orangey colours, then it would look too much like that, I think. Now underneath this top bit, I think, do a little bit darker, where there would be a bit of a shadow, and then coming on down to this. I hear a strange noise. I don't know what it is, never mind. Okay, so I'm going to just do this sort of outside part. Oh, the sun's decided to shine in my eyes. Lovely. And then I'm going to do those sort of details in a bit. That might have been supposed to be a leaf. I can hear a strange noise. I think someone must be doing some sort of DIY or something. I don't know. Anyways, it's you may not hear it. My son's made me put my dead cat, as they call it, the fluffy thing on my microphone. He thinks it would improve my sound quality. I thought they were only needed for when it was like windy, and it sort of blocked out that sort of background noise, but he reckoned it would make a difference. These are usually either, I think on my sister's guitar, they were sort of ivory or bone, but I'm going to do them in metal 80. Normally they're gold though, but they're too small to do in gold. I'm trying to leave a little shiny bit. Quite tricky. There we go. Now the inside would be quite dark. I've decided I think I'm going to do it in a black because I've used my dark brown for the outside. So I'm going to grab number 9 and just fill in that bit. There we go. And then we have this label. I'm going to just do it in number 16. No, our teddy bear's that colour. It's a little bit close. Let's do it in 49. There we go. Now I think that's probably, well, we've only done that bit. I'm just not sure how long, so I'm going to make that do. Let's come out just a tad so you can see, because we've done all of that, haven't we? I think we'll leave that for now, and then we can probably get a couple more videos in on this page, which I think will be fun. And there's a lot to do, isn't there? Lots of details. So hopefully you're keeping up, and hopefully you're having fun. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and happy colouring.